but I think being there, shirtless, with an Italian woman I didn't know rubbing gel on my boob, that was one of the happiest moments of my life. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another Luby's Lessons. I'm Luby. How are you? I hope you're not lonely, sad, bored, and grumpy, which led you to click on Facebook, or just even press F, enter on your computer, which led you here. Because that's how I was a lot this week, and that led me to a lot of F, enter on my computer, or Y for YouTube, or I for Instagram, and a lot of scrolling, mindless watching videos. But luckily, through that scrolling, I came upon a video that I've watched before that I really like, and it was lovely to see it again. I'll put it in the description. It's a link to a channel called What I've Learned, and it's all about how the internet can be a tool for connection, but also it can be a tool for rewiring your brain in a very negative way, and it uses your loneliness to create more loneliness. And it seems that a lot of sites on the internet, they use your unpleasant feeling, whether it's loneliness or boredom or whatever, that is the signal for you to go on the website. And maybe there's some random things that pop up that make you happy, but ultimately you end up feeling more lonely or more bored. And that is another signal for you to keep coming back to that website. And it's this endless cycle that can leave you in a very poor state of mind and overall state. So I think it's very important, because the internet is a tool, it's important to use it with purpose. And whether that means you have a purpose in mind, like I'm going to write my final paper right now, finals paper, or I'm going to call my family, or I'm going to call this friend, or to have a purpose of it's 5 o'clock in the evening, I'm going to take 15 minutes to just mindlessly scroll on Facebook or something like that. Or a day of the week where you have a moment where you do that purposefully. And so to change a habit or to do something purposefully, you have to notice the signal. And that's really hard to do, but you know what helps to notice a signal? Meditation. And if you're rolling your eyes, I'm with you, because I've heard so many times that meditation gives you an incredible amount of benefits if you do it as a daily practice. And I used to do it and I used to feel it, but I haven't been doing it. And it makes me feel guilty every time meditation comes up, because it's this virtuous thing that's really hard to do and hard to stick with. But it helps you notice unpleasant emotion. It helps you really feel it, which is so hard, because all the other things that we do is in order not to feel that. But then it lets you accept it and either let it pass or do something purposefully because of that emotion. And so if you've also heard about meditation and you've had thoughts like, oh, it's great, but I don't have the time, I have that right now. And unfortunately, if you're one of those people that says you don't have the time to meditate, you're one of those people like me that should be doing it a couple hours a day. Also, if you're saying, oh, I've heard about meditation, I've tried it and I'm not good at it, I also feel you, because I also get very frustrated when I start meditating and my monkey brain just won't shut up with different emotions, different thoughts. Oh, meditation is stupid. Oh, I don't like meditation, I'm not good at it. Or I start thinking about the past, or like, ooh, wasn't that a good day? Or ooh, I wish I said something differently. Ooh, what am I gonna do on Tuesday? That kind of thing. That monkey brain, it's actually a part of the meditation. And I think when people say they're not good at meditation, it's just having a poor definition of meditation in mind. And so for this video, I think it's time to revisualize what meditation is, and also to rename it, because if you already have a lot of baggage that comes with the term meditation, it's better to have another more pleasant name. So now we're going to learn how to be at the beach. Okay, by the way, if you notice that my cheeks are really red, it's because I just did a workout in a cold shower. You can watch the previous Luby's Lessons video for the exact workout that I did. It's my grandpa, Dedushka Feda's exercise, and it really makes you sweat. and it makes you feel happy at the end. But anyways, to start out this being at the beach exercise, I have to tell you a story, and it's it's gonna be weird to share, but I'll share it anyway. So last year when I was living in Rome, I wanted to fence, and in Italy, in order to be able to do a sport, you have to have like a certificate to show that you're healthy and that your heart's okay. So when I went to do that, for some reason they wanted to just to make sure that my heart is okay, and I went to an appointment where they basically did an ultrasound, like for pregnant women where you get to see the baby. They did that but for my heart. So there I am, shirtless in front of a female Italian doctor who's now spreading this gel on my breast, and I get to look at this machine and see my own heart. That's usually where people see, like the newborn baby, but there I am seeing my heart beat. And you can, because of the gel, I don't know, you could even hear the beating of your heart in like a certain pitch that's like very strange. It's like very like wah, wah, wah. I don't know, it was so cool. But I think being there shirtless with an Italian woman I didn't know rubbing gel on my boob, that was one of the happiest moments of my life. Because I could see my heart, and I just had this moment, this realization that, wow, I'm alive. There's my heart. It's here all the time working for me, and it's working so hard, and I barely ever notice it. And I was just so happy and so proud of my heart in a way. I'm like, there it is. I was even like, questo è mio cuore. And the doctor was like, sì, 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 sì. And I was so euphoric, because how often do we think about how amazing it is to be alive? But being able to notice your heartbeat, which it's always doing, is a very magical thing. And without having that ultrasound machine with the gel that makes it very clear that there's your heart and there it is beating, you could hear it. In order to be able to hear it and to feel the warmth of the heart, you have to find a way to lower the volume of your own thoughts, of this monkey brain that we talked about before. And so it's really nice to imagine your heart as the sun. It's very strong, it's very warm, it fills you with joy and happiness. And it even, I don't know about this sun in the real world, but this sun right here in your heart has a special music that is the beating of your heart. And so if you relax enough, you can start to hear it. And as you relax and really try to listen to your body, to your beating heart, you also notice the beautiful sound that is your lungs expanding with air and contracting. And so if your heart is the sun, then your lungs are the waves at the beach on the shore. So your inhale are the waves coming into the shore, and your exhale are the waves receding. So we have the sun. It's not very geographically accurate, obviously, but we have your sun here, the waves of the beach here. And so your shore is going to be right here between the eyes, where I'm growing out my unibrow right now. So right here, this is the shore. And so when we meditate, when we're at the beach, we're going to be at the beach right here. We're going to put our focus, our attention right here. And at this shore, we'll find another monkey whose name is Curious George, just like the cartoon. And Curious George is a special monkey. And the thing Curious George loves most in the world is to be right here, to be looking and listening to the waves, and to be feeling the sun's warmth and its music. And so when we go here, we're gonna watch as Curious George sits on the shore. But he's not gonna be alone. Another monkey's gonna be there, and that's your monkey brain. So right here we have Curious George and the monkey sitting. And for maybe 1, 2, or 3 breaths, we'll be sitting here, and you'll really start to enjoy the breath, the waves, and the sun, your heart. But Curious George will be enjoying it. The monkey brain will start to talk. He'll start to complain. He'll start to plan about the future. He'll have his journal out planning. He'll start to think about the past. And that's okay. That's part of being at the beach. And monkey brain will be doing this, and Curious George will turn to him and with no sarcasm at all will say, "Oh, is that really true? Huh? That's very interesting. Very interesting." But then Curious George will direct Monkey Brain how beautiful the waves are. Every single breath, every single wave. Let's look at this wave, this breath. Let's look at that wave going away. Oh wait, let's look at this one too. And look how it goes away. And let's look at the sun too. And Curious George, he loves every second of this. Every second is a little different, a little slightly different to so interesting to him, so curious, let's say, that all he wants to do is look at this. And Monkey Brain will do that for a bit with him, but Monkey Brain also doesn't know how to read the room, and then he'll go back to being, "Oh, remember yesterday when that person said that? Can you believe it?" And again, Curious George will turn to him and say, "Huh, isn't that interesting?" And then gently guide them both to looking at the waves and to feeling the warmth of the heart. So I hope that's kind of clear. Let's try to give it a go for 2 minutes. We're gonna sit here. We're going to put our attention right here, but also feel our heart and feel our lungs, and imagine your two monkeys sitting there and you're just watching them. And remember, you're not Curious George and you're not the Monkey Brain. You're just observing right here. So for 2 minutes we'll have a go. Let me put a timer. Productive, purposeful use of my phone. So I'm gonna put on 2 minutes and find a comfortable position, and we're going to be at the beach. And let's start. Alright, so if you're feeling good and you're in a really happy place and you want to stay there, just keep going. You can set your own timer, either going up or down. And you can do this longer than 2 minutes, or you can do this for the same short amount of time, but several times throughout the day. Either you pick certain times, or this can be your go-to practice whenever you find yourself feeling suddenly lonely or bored or grumpy or sad. And instead of pressing F, enter, to go to Facebook, you can find yourself at the beach with two very different monkeys. So again, make a goal of doing this once a day for 2 minutes. Really easy goal, really achievable, and you'll find yourself doing more than that because it's such a joyful practice. Because this really helps you feel the joy, the miracle of being alive. You don't have to imagine me shirtless with gel on my boob to see that. You can feel it for yourself. You can feel it in your own heart, fully clothed without any Italian doctors around. And also, the more you do this, the more you train your brain to feel those signals before you find yourself doing something you don't want to be doing, or to direct whatever you're doing with purpose. So I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Have a great week, and remember to be at the beach.